Hi church, and welcome again to Thursday Thought. Last couple of nights I've been watching some mountaineers, some mountain climbers, and I was concerned for them, but I was more concerned for the cameraman, because it seemed that the cameraman was even putting himself in a more precarious position to take photos of these mountain climbers. And I was watching their ropes, how they were bouncing up and down on the ropes, and that was making me quite nervous. And a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of months ago now, we were sitting in Melbourne at the Queen Victoria Market, and we were watching a building as we're having lunch, and there was 5 window cleaners abseiling down the face of this building. And I'm thinking to myself, I just couldn't do that. I couldn't put my trust enough in that rope for me to do that. And when I've done some abseiling, I'm quite nervous when I go over the edge of that top and abseil down. And I got thinking about rope and looking at what that looks like in our lives. And I thought about I went out to the boot of my car and I found this rope. And when I bought this rope, it looked really, really good. And I thought, this is a good, strong rope. But it turns out that this rope failed very, very quickly. And it failed because of what was inside it. The outside looked really, really good, but the inside was pretty pathetic, actually. And then I realised in the boot of my car, there was another piece of rope. And it wasn't as big as the previous piece of rope that had failed, but I've had this piece of rope, and it came off a mountain climber's kit up at Mount Arapiles in the Grampians, out the back of the Grampians. There was fellas out there. And they'd left this piece of their rope out there, so I picked it up and I brought it home, and many, many years ago. And I've had this piece of rope, and I've actually suspended myself off this piece of rope. So I know it holds 85 kilos or thereabouts. But it doesn't look as big as this other piece of rope does. But it's all about what's inside this piece of rope that's made it as strong as it is. And I read this as I was researching for this Thursday Thought about rope. The quality or the integrity of the rope is only on show when it is put under pressure. And I thought, well, our lives are like that as well. And as we sort of look at our lives being a piece of rope, it's only what's put into that piece of rope, what's woven into that piece of rope, that it is our lives, that when our lives come under pressure, we see the true value of what's put into that rope. And I went looking for a verse that we might sort of look at as we look at that today, and Philippians 4, verse 8 and 9. And here's some of the ingredients that need to go inside this rope that represents our lives. Finally, brothers and sisters, this is a farewell blessing or benediction by Paul to the Philippians. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is truth, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put it into practice. Put it into your rope, and the God of peace will be with you. So I want to leave the challenge with you this morning, or when you see this Thursday Thought, what's the ingredients going into your rope today? So that when it's put under pressure, it will display the strength that it's designed to display. Bless you, church.